Hey, good morning, everybody. Today, Sarah and I both have a day off, so we're going to do a little project we've been putting off for quite some time. Behind me, you'll see this birdhouse. Last year, we had a couple big storms come through, and the roof or the top of the birdhouse was actually ripped off the top of this thing, and we saved the top of it, but we just haven't had the time, haven't taken the time to replace the top and make this, more hospitable for the birds. So what we have to do today, there's a bush at the very base of this thing that we have to cut down. When it gets this size, it loses the little red blooms the butterflies love. So every time we cut it down, it blooms back up when it's about a foot tall, and the butterflies love it. So we're going to level this down today. And if you look closely at the base of this birdhouse has two pivot points, one at the very base and one at the very top. And there's bolts. If you look, there are bolts right here and bolts up here. So we're going to determine which bolts come loose, and we're going to pivot this birdhouse down, get it repaired, get it stood back up. So that's our goal for today. I got to get a new chain on the chainsaw to cut this bush down. So let's get going. All right, now that we have the cover off, we'll clean some of this junk out of here. The worst enemy to a chain is dirt, debris in here, and cutting with the chain. So this is a 16-inch blade. I got a 16-inch Ego chain specifically for this little chainsaw. So we're going to pull this off. And when you replace the chains on these things, remember, this is your cutting direction. I always think of it like little shark fins. The shark fins have to face back as if the shark's going forward. That's the cutting direction of these chains. So just remember, shark fin going forward, and they have a little trail behind them. So, and a lot of these chains are so irritating because they're like a jigsaw, like a Chinese jigsaw puzzle that you put your finger in and you can't get it out unless you think about it. And you have to think about these stupid chains because
2 hours later.
Ta-da! Okay. Remember, shark fin wants to swim towards the front of the blade. So we'll put this on. Oh no, okay. Put this on here. We'll get the cover back on here. We'll tighten this down. Let's get some bar chain oil in this, a battery on it, and let's get to work. Okay, so we've decided there's two bolts. There's a bolt up here and a bolt in the very bottom. So we found, once we cut this bush down, the other side of this pole, there's a big eyelet, a big eye bolt they put through. So we're going to take this bolt out in the bottom, and we're going to leave the bolt up here on the top, take this one at the bottom, and let it pivot down. It'll be at an angle. Once we get it fixed, then Sarah's going to bring the tractor around. We're going to strap that eyelet and hopefully pull it, get us leverage, and we can lift and get it straightened back up. We don't know how heavy it's going to be because it's really tall and it may be really heavy, so we'll see. This might be heavy. Pop this bolt down the bottom, and hopefully it doesn't slam to the ground and ruin the birdhouse up top. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so you'll see behind me just a second. Sarah's going to bring the tractor around. We're going to put a shipping blanket. We have a thick padded blanket we put in the back of the truck for stuff we haul, so it won't mess the bed up. We're going to put that on a bucket, and the plan is to take the bolt out of the bottom, let it pivot down the bucket, and Sarah's going to lower the bucket so we can let the birdhouse down and do our fixes to it. Hopefully use the tractor to lift it back up, because man, those pipes, I thought it was just thin aluminum, but they're pretty thick. So Sarah's bringing the tractor around now. We couldn't do half the stuff we do without her on this tractor. So she's going to get it in position and we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, as you can see, we got the birdhouse down in a somewhat of a position we can work on it. So now we can see how the top came off and if we have to make any other repairs. Surprisingly enough, the top of this birdhouse is nothing more than a garbage can lid. So somebody apparently has been doing some repairs over the years, and we're going to try to make this a more permanent stay.
Well, then don't hit that.
Running, so.
Okay. Well, now it's down.
Okay.
So now let's fix it.
Okay, so here's the plan. Because this is an old garbage can lid, numerous holes, it's all thin metal on this birdhouse. There's nothing really to screw to. So what we're going to do, at least the game plan is, take this hole saw. This hole saw is the perimeter, is the diameter of the pole that goes to the center of the birdhouse. So we're going to drill this block of wood. The block of wood is going to sit on top of here. The pole's going to go through. I'm going to sandwich everything down and drill a hole through the pole that goes to the birdhouse, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. This is going to be a good fix. It won't rattle in the wind or the rain getting through. So let's see how it works. Now that we have our hole drilled in the wood, this is going to go over the pipe. We're going to drill the hole, like I said before, put a Turnabond tape on here, so hopefully we can keep some of the water out.
Okay. I just didn't want you doing it and hit.
Yeah, because I hit the lever a minute ago and the bucket dropped and I almost destroyed the birdhouse and the tractor. So
These do sit on.
So just so you know, this is Gorilla Tape's version of Eternabond. Eternabond is stuff we use on top of the RV roofs that create a temporary fix for any roof leaks. Once they touch down, or once you put them down on the roof, they don't come back up. You have to pull them up, scrape them up, use very, very delicate measures because you rip the TPO or the roofing on top. So this is going to be perfect to help seal the holes in this top right here so water won't get in for the birds. Wood presses down. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Somebody, because it makes me feel better. This is not a fix. This is probably not going to do anything, but like Sarah said, it makes me feel better to have some on here.
Even though it's pressure treated wood.
Even though it's pressure treated, doesn't matter, Sarah. Okay. I feel much better having this on here, okay?
Gary. I think it's going to work over this. Look, this is too fat.
I got to get, I'll probably get my grinder and grind that off because that bolt's just not going to.
It's not going to go past this.
Yeah.
What we have.
Okay. So our neighbor has a little French bulldog puppy, and it knows how to squeeze through the fence boards and come over to see us. Bo doesn't care that much for the puppy, but the puppy is so full of energy. It's so cute. I'll try and get a picture of it or a video of it here in just a little while, but it's just so fast, it'll just be a blur of the camera. So, okay, enough with puppies, back to work. All right, well, we got it repaired. Standing back up. It's a little tall for the camera shot. Sarah's taking the tractor back, and we're gonna wait and see if the birds discover that it's habitable, and hopefully they'll stay dry now.